Hey guys, guess who's back? It's me, Hope to Prac. I know I've been on a hiatus. I've not, done many videos since the election in the fall, but I wanted to come to you guys and let you know what I've been up to lately. Also let you know about the new endeavors that I'm embarking on and just kind of chit chat with you all. January is Healthy Awareness Month for women, and many women, as well as men included, decide to do, what's called New Year's resolution. They make all kind of resolutions about they're going to lose 40 pounds. They're going to, do these different things as far as their health, eat differently, lots of different things. And a lot of times some people keep up with it, but oftentimes many people do not. So I've seen a lot of people talk about losing weight. A lot of people have asked me about different things to help lose weight. I can tell you during the COVID season that we've been having, I too gained weight because I have not been exercising as much as I normally would. I lift weights, I run, I walk, all kinds of different exercises. And I, for a while, got very sluggish in doing it too, just got comfortable and complacent with just being stuck in the house. But all of that had to come to an end when I saw the scales going like this. So, on the internet, you'll see, especially on all the social media sites, I've seen it myself, about intermittent fasting. A lot of people have come to me and asked, does it work? So my answer to that is yes, intermittent fasting does work for healthy weight loss. How do you do it? There are many different ways to do a fast, but the fast that I do that has worked really well for me is the 16-8 rule. Basically, what the 16-8 rule says is for 8 hours is your window. The 8 is the window that you have to eat. The 16 is the window that you fast. So what times do you fast? For me, I typically fast from about 8:30 at night, between 8 and 8:30, till about 12 to 12:30 in the next day. I know some of you all are probably thinking, well, you were taught that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, the thing about breakfast is breakfast means to break your fast. So whatever time you break your fast, that is your breakfast. Do you have to eat breakfast foods during that time? No, you can eat whatever you want. I can personally tell you guys, my mother is the type of person that will eat, mustard greens for breakfast. And that's her breakfast. That's what she likes. She's not a big breakfast food eater. So whatever you want to eat during that time, when you break your fast, that's completely up to you. But just remember, with the intermittent fasting, your window of eating is whatever time your first meal is. 8 hours later, you stop your meals. So whatever you can get in, but here's the thing. You don't want to sit up and think, well, I'm going to fast for 16 hours. I can go eat 2 Big Macs or 2 Whoppers with cheese and fries and wash it down with a 24-ounce Coca-Cola. No, you still want to be, moderate eating during that time, because the fasting is to help keep you from having stored fat. A lot of times people lose weight, they still have a lot of fat. And so you don't want to do that. And the intermittent fasting helps to target stored fat. I can definitely show you guys. Some of you all may have seen, that I just had a birthday. So now that means that I am well into my 40s and getting close to 50. I don't have a problem with telling you my age. I am not ashamed of my age. But one of the things that happened to me was, I started becoming more conscientious about my weight and where my weight distributed. Once you get past, 35, really, your weight starts to target certain areas, and especially the love handle areas. And I'm going to stand up so you guys can see, and please excuse my scarf. But one of the things that intermittent fasting does is it helps to target this weight gain right here. Women, as you get older, you don't want to have a bunch of love handles, and you don't want to have a big gut. Men don't either. And that's why the intermittent fasting works so well for us, because it helps to target that area to keep it from becoming stored, hard to lose fat. Now, the thing about with weight loss and belly fat is Belly fat is a predeterminant for diabetes. The more fat you gain in your midsection, the more likely you are in becoming a diabetic within the next 5 years. You can say, oh, that's not true. Oh, yes, it is. You can pull up the research. If you call me or inbox me, I'll give you the research. But stored belly fat, when you see these people starting getting these big guts, they are now a step closer to becoming a type 2 diabetic. So that's why it's so super important not to allow yourself to gain weight in that area. That's why the intermittent fasting is so important, because it helps to target those areas. Also, women, another thing that you might want to be mindful of is gluten. As you get older, gluten is not your friend, okay? Even for some people as they're younger. So you want to be mindful about gluten. You want to be mindful of alcohol. You want to be mindful of your carbohydrates, because those three things, gluten, alcohol, carbohydrates, are the three things that will make you have a big belly. And like I said, I know most of it, I'm seeing it all the time on like TikTok or Facebook. Everybody you see, I see this little saying about slim in the waist and cute in the face with big hips and all of this stuff. That's fine. Me personally, I think women are beautiful every size, every color, every shape. Whatever you're comfortable with in your skin, that is wonderful. But for me, being my height, 5'2.5", my joints, my legs, my feet cannot tolerate all of that excess weight on it. So, and because I know that about my body, I tend to try to keep my weight at a certain level, because I like to feel good. You know, I want to be able to still run or still chase my great niece and nephew around all the time like I do, because they keep you young, they keep you active, and I love playing with them. But I wouldn't be able to do that if I allowed myself to gain a bunch of weight and then my knees are aching or my joints are aching all the time. But so once again, the intermittent fasting does work. They have different fasts. They have one fast that you fast every other day. They have another fast where you fast every 2 days. But the fasting is designed to help you to keep your calories under control, eat at moderation, and also to target the fat that's already there. That's the purpose of it. Some people even also do a 20-hour fast with 4-hour eating window. So it's completely up to you which fast you want to do. And then also it depends on your hormones, ladies. Please remember, your hormones has a lot to do with it. And also, you know, what type of belly fat you have per se. You know, it has a lot to do with that. Another thing that I wanted to kind of tell you guys about, many of you are aware that I'm no longer with the employer that I was working with before. I'm no longer working in Belzoni or even in the Jackson area. So now I am coming back to Greenville, Mississippi. I am opening up my own clinic. So for those of you who have been looking for me, wanting to know where I am, want to know if you can come see me, just hold on a few more weeks longer and you will be able to come to my clinic to be able to get the treatment that you guys are accustomed to receiving from me, the tips on eating, exercise, lifestyle, whatever it is that you guys are usually looking for me for, medication, health, wellness, whatever, you guys will be able to come back home and be able to get the treatment that you are accustomed to. Last thing that I want to kind of finish up this video with is I had received a letter from this company that I had ordered something. I can't even remember now what I ordered, but I ordered something and the guy took the time to write a personal letter to me, you know, thanking me for purchasing whatever it was I purchased. I think it was some medical equipment. But anyway, within the letter, the body of the letter, he talked about New Year's resolution and how so many people often made New Year's resolution, and he had been one of them, and he had failed miserably every time he made a New Year's resolution to keep up with that resolution. And he talked about something that now I have adopted, and what he talked about was just being committed to one word and seeing how that one word, how God would manifest that word in so many ways in his life. And as he talked about that, I thought that was a very interesting concept. And I said, you know what? I have also been one of those people that would make a New Year's resolution only to find March or June to have totally walked away from their resolution. Not only walked away from it, forgot I ever made it, don't even remember what I made, and couldn't even begin to, think about putting another foot forward to going back to it. But as he talked about, just being committed to a word, and I thought about if I had to do that, what word would I be committed to? And so for me, that word is hope. Not just because hope is my name, as many of you all know, but hope means perseverance. Hope a lot of times means that when everything else has been kicked out of you, life has beaten you down, sometimes all you have left is hope. Hope basically means fight. It means originality. And any of you all know me, you know that that's the kind of person that I am. So for me this year, for 2021, my word is hope. My hope is in God. My hope is in Christ. My hope is in, things will get better for so many people. My hope is that, we will be able to return to a lifestyle that is, I won't say go back to pre-COVID, but, have a lifestyle where we can, see some new norms where you don't see people dying 50, 60, 70 people a day in Mississippi from COVID. So that's my New Year word is hope, is to remain faithful and watch how God show me demonstrations of the word hope in so many ways. Some of you, the word faith may be your word, which we all know faith is evidence of those things hoped for but not yet seen. And once again, even hope is in faith. But like I said, my word for this year is hope. So I just want to encourage you guys, for those of you who have found it hard to stick to New Year's resolution, why don't you try just having a New Year's word, a word that you can stick to, a word that means something to you, and a word that you can put before God and watch him work in your life. Okay, so guys, this is really the end of my video. I'm going to be bringing you guys new content every week. I'm going to continue to let you all know how things are going with the clinic, where I am, when to expect the doors to be open, also to let you know how to get an appointment, phone number, all of those great things to prepare you for what's to come and to get you guys on the healthy tip so we all can get on the healthy tip together, because I am no exception to the rule. I expect you guys to hold me accountable just like I'm going to hold you all accountable. But nevertheless, I look forward to seeing you guys, hearing from you all. Inbox me or whatever. I will be glad to answer any questions for you, but I will see you guys next week. Peace.